Oh boy. Something darker. I'm scared. I'm scared because we had that nightmare scene too. What the fuck does that mean? Like, the voice said the future is present or something like. I'm like, ugh. Does that mean nightmare has become reality? Like, oh my god.
Badass, Alfred.
What is happening?
Well, I got nothing left. Got us united.
It's a decent line, but like he literally just did. Like about an hour ago, he murked all four of you. Aquaman showed up at the end, but.
Something darker.
No, what? Now what? Oh, the ship? Okay.
What makes you so sure?
Faith, Alfred. Faith.
Look at all those suits, though. Who are these suits for? Oh my god. Is it just for solar radiation? Is that the only purpose? Jesus. Oh, fuck. Time for phase 2. Get the fucking Batmobile. Go! Go!
Come on, Dad.
Go! Oh. Fast and Furious, motherfucker. Punch him in the face. Oh, shit. Dude! I don't know if that was in the original, but oh my god. You're for the water, not the sky. What the fuck is your falling plan? Okay. Like, I remember some of this stuff from the theatrical, but I just didn't care. What the? How is this so much better? You got those gauntlets still? Nice. Okay. Come on.
As did your mother.
Yeah, he's straight up lying. Like, your mother shot the arrow. Can you? Oh my god. Victor, are you ready yet? Bruh, somebody.
Dark side.
Oh.
Not impressed.
Oh. Okay, now come on, Victor. He's ready. She's like the remix. Is this the laser eyes? Ooh. Oh.
Barry, I'm connected to the Unity. I need the charge to get inside.
Shit.
I got the wind knocked out of me. Need a few seconds, that's all.
Oh. Are you sure about that? Are you sure, sir? Barry. What is happening? It's too late?
Oh no.
What the fuck is happening?
Just gotta go faster than the speed of light, far beyond the speed of light. You gotta break the rule, Barry, and you've gotta do it now.
Oh, he's gonna turn back time? But what rule? Like,
Dad, whatever happens, I want you to know your kid was one of them, Dad. One of the best of the best.
dude. So they got evaporated? What the fuck? And he's gonna hit Victor right at the... Because he has enough speed. Oh my god.
You don't have to be alone anymore.
Is this the Unity?
Yep.
I'm not broken.
And I'm not alone.
What the fuck? I'm like trying to have an emotional moment over here. Dark Souls boss. Not Aquaman with the kill. Kill Steve. Sending it all the way back to Apocalypse. I'm actually tired of it. She sent a decapitated body through Apocalypse. Girl. But I am tired of it. Hey! Why are you struggling? Nobody could airlift you out. It's like climb up here on your own. It's so bittersweet because never say never, you know? I never thought we would get this movie, and we did, so there's a chance that we'll get a future with some of these, all of these characters. Room for more. God, I'll be getting emotional over this.
My boy right there. Taught him nothing he knows.
Dad, you're gonna get maced again.
How did you get the house back from the bank?
I bought the bank. Oh my god, I'm a mess.
Take your place.
Sir, you're naked.
The ones that
God.
you stand
This fucking mega tank there, what the hell?
is now.
It's the black suit again. God, another character they wasted. I remember the casting for him was so hype. For this, for an end credit scene. I know there's more, so I don't want to give a full clap yet, but these are claps of frustration. Like, why? Why the fuck did we not get him? Is this still the future? Because they technically haven't stopped Darkseid yet. They just stopped the present from happening. Oh, damn. Really?
We need to hurry.
What?
We can't be out in the open much longer. He'll come for us.
What? Why do they need Joker? That's what I'm wondering.
He's found us.
Is that Manhunter? It is!
In this world,
You can tell that
it's time I start
this is new scene because Ben looks so different.
Guess I'll see you around.
It's like, please do a zoom to camera, please. Oh, my heart is heavy. Okay, I'm just gonna parse through to see if there's anything else. I don't know. Not hallelujah again. Wow. Much improved. Much improved to compared to the theatrical. I can see the criticisms people have, excuse me, for this version. Although I will say I feel like the criticisms of its slogs and its, scenes are dragged out only applies to the first half. The second half, I felt like moved along pretty well. All the scenes were edited to a good degree. I think Silas's death could have been. It was explained in the end, but it could have been something could have been rearranged there where we understood what was happening, because I literally spent that whole scene trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, and then once they finally told me, the scene was over. So it was like, oh, now I can't really process what just happened. But yeah, like overall, God, it just I really okay. I really love this movie. Just going back to it again, I'm just sad that on the one hand, like I said, I feel like this was kind of the, fine, take your stupid movie and shut the fuck up. That's what I felt like the Snyder cut was. Not from Zack Snyder, but like from Warner Bros. Like, it was just like, okay, fine, shut up about it. But at the same time, I don't know. It's just like, because I know for a fact that ending nightmare sequence with Mara, Cyborg, Flash, Bruce, Joker, and Deathstroke, that was new footage. I know for a fact. I'm like 99% sure that Martian Manhunter and Ben Affleck scene at the end, I keep calling Ben, Bruce Wayne scene at the end, was new footage as well, because Ben looks way different there. So with that in mind, it's like obvious teasing towards something else. So I personally would not like it if they're teasing something that is not going to happen, or something that has no chance of happening, I guess. I'm okay with them teasing things because obviously plans change. So like I mentioned earlier, there's some retcons here where they do a lot of the Atlantis stuff, to be honest, is a lot of retconning. So Volko looks completely different here compared to Aquaman. That can be explained away easy enough. Mara's voice is different here compared to Aquaman. The way they talk is completely different. Here they're like, they have to do the bubbles. In Aquaman, it's just like, no, fuck it, they're gonna talk underwater. Unless it's some other unmarked grave site. Aquaman visits Atlan's fucking throne, which is the literal climax of the Aquaman movie, and it's like behind the Kraken and everything. So there's a bit of retcon there again, unless it's a different, I don't know, like there's a lot to talk about, because it's either retcons or this is a divergent timeline where, or even different Earth, where Snyder has his own version and Aquaman is his own version, and Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 84 are their own thing. It's the same actors, same characters, but it's a different Earth, it's a different timeline. And they mention here timelines with Joker, so I'm assuming that the Nightmare universe is a different timeline from what they're hinting at here. It's where Lois somehow dies, which I don't get why that makes Superman evil, unless it's somehow her death is related to the hero's fault. If she just dies, then that's just dumb. Why would Superman be evil? Like, I get grief, but that being evil is a completely different thing than grief. So yeah, I'm not going to speculate into the Nightmare universe because it's just a lot, and I know there's some people right now talking about like they want to see that as like a mini series or something, like some sort of show on HBO Max. I could take it or leave it. I'm not beholden to it. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care much for it. But as a, I like it better as a plot point rather than as a what if, I like it as a plot point, and we didn't really get explained fully what it was. It was just a possible future timeline, basically, where Darkseid wins, and we didn't really get explained too much. So I like it where it's just little hints and teases within these movies of like, Darkseid's coming. This is the anti-life equation at work. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to never say never, but it just feels like this is the end of an era. This is the end of, this was supposed to be the big thing, and the fact that it's 4 years later now, the fact that it's, it's just it felt bittersweet because the moment has passed. This is too little, too late. Ray Fisher and all the allegations against Warner Bros. has caused a rift, and he's pretty much said he's not gonna, even if they invite him back, he's not gonna play Cyborg anymore. With the Flash movie, it's just a nightmare in general. But Ezra Miller has had some allegations against him in recent years. Billy Crudup is not going to play his father for some reason, but I think they did manage to get Kiersey Clemens back on board. But either way, like, the Flash movie has been in production it's been a production hell for like 5 years, I want to say, and it does not seem to be getting any better, especially now that it's like dealing. I was never against Flashpoint, but it feels like it's a way to magic wand away all of the behind the scenes drama that's happening right now, which I'm not for. But yeah, it feels like the end of the era, and Henry Cavill also, Ben Affleck also, two actors that are just like up in the air right now about. I mean, Ben Affleck has said he's done being Batman, but he came back for this. So again, never say never. Like it's there's a chance, but for the most part, this is the end of a lot of these characters. Even Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke never to fly, but at least he got to send off a little bit with that nightmare sequence. Again, I don't know where to begin, where to end, I don't know. I want a universe. I want a timeline where we can have movies that are connected, movies that aren't connected. If they could just say that, here's an Earth where this Justice League exists, and then here's another Earth where Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey, and certain Suicide Squad characters, that sort of stuff takes on place on another Earth. It had similar moments, it had BVS still, because obviously that connects from Suicide Squad into Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, but at the same time, they can do their own story and not be beholden to it. I'm at this point, I feel like DC is just not going to win with a linear timeline of events thing, and I don't think they should. I know that both Marvel and DC have multiverses, but I feel like DC is much more about the multiverse, especially now that I'm becoming more of a comic book reader. I'm noticing that, granted, I don't read as much Marvel as I do DC, obviously, but I am reading an array of titles from Marvel, namely Spider-Woman, a lot of the X-Men Krakoa series. I'm dabbling in Daredevil a little bit, so I'm getting like teases and hints. I read Strike Force when it was coming out. It was a really good series. But yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier, like there's some titles in Marvel that I've read, and from what I've gathered, it's all kind of in the same Earth. It's all like, obviously there's some galactic and cosmic stuff in there, but it's all the same. Here's one thing in New York City, but there's also an event happening over here in Krakoa. But if they took a plane, it would be the same, the same day, whatever. So, whereas DC, especially in the last couple of years, it feels a lot more like you got to know about the multiverse. There are, especially because of death metal and everything. There's been a lot more events where the Earths are being destroyed, and we got to go to the House of Heroes out here, and President Superman, and Earth 3, and all that stuff. So I feel like, not as a concession, but just as a way to diversify, as a way to retcon and make it make sense. I think that Warner Bros. And DC just need to say, hey, our live action movies are in the multiverse, you know, and I think Flash is doing that, but I don't know, like, I feel like Flash concretely saying it is going to make people mad and people happy. You know, it's going to divide fans because they got to pick what is Earth Prime is the only thing. You know, what is our central Earth that makes the most sense? You know, either they have to establish that or they have to say it's Snyder Cut. And people aren't going to like when it's a Snyder Cut. So, because yeah, if, like I said, I think it would make the most sense. It would just take a lot of the struggle of making this connective universe or whatever if they make it into a multiverse. But by doing so, again, they have to solidly say this is the truth. This is what everything else is based off of. You know, but yeah, it kind of explains away why, you know, Harley Quinn can be in Suicide Squad and The Suicide Squad and in Birds of Prey, even though they're kind of all tonally different, and she's like the same, but she's not, you know. And then that explains why Aquaman and Mera are the same, but they're not. You know, same events happening on multiple Earths, just kind of turn out a little bit differently, you know, or maybe like actors change a little bit differently, you know. So I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about that because it's making me depressed. But yeah, I really love this movie. Again, I think the first half could have been looked at a bit more closely. Maybe sped up some fight scenes, trimmed some shots for whatever reason that they're trying to do reaction, like establishing shots for. But even still, like it felt like it had a lot more connective tissue, a lot more, just more, you know. It felt like it wasn't padded space, whereas the you know, the theatrical cut, for me, the theatrical cut was just a hodgepodge action flick. You know, I couldn't tell you why half the things were happening, whereas here they pretty clearly stated, okay, we got these mother boxes, if we unify them, it'll terraform the Earth, Darkseid will come. Makes sense, you know. Like, everyone was wondering, how can Batman just block shots with his gauntlets? Well, they kind of set up a little bit here that Alfred's working with stuff a little bit. You know, they're setting up, and also going back to it, they're setting up so many characters. Like, this can't be the end, because they're setting up Ryan Choi, Adam. I didn't really react to him a lot because he didn't do a lot, but like, I know who he is. You know, the Adam. They're setting up Martian Manhunter pretty heavily, especially if it's new scenes that they shot. Pretty heavily saying, hey, we got a Martian Manhunter now. Again, the nightmare sequence. And it just makes me sad. Like, Darkseid, fucking, what I just don't understand is, like, even erasing the new footage they shot, it was a complete movie. Why did they have to rewrite it? Like, even if you guys, as in Warner Bros. Executives, even if you didn't want to go forward with Darkseid and all that shit, it was still a complete cohesive thought. You know, I was okay with it without the nightmares. I would actually rather not have the nightmare sequence, not have the Martian Manhunter tease at the end. Like, I think that's giving me too much hope and optimism for the future that there are going to be more stuff with this. I think they could have released this movie as is and, you know, had complete arcs for these characters and, you know, setting up a possibility of, like, Darkseid in the future. But if not, oh well, you know, like, that, I'm not expecting, like, the next Justice League movie to be about Darkseid. You know, I'm not expecting it to be about anything. You set up this tease of, like, a Legion of Doom or an Injustice League, you know. You're setting up Lex and Deathstroke working together and possibly some other characters like Black Manta that you have in Aquaman. So, like, you had some options here. You didn't have to be like, well, we don't like the way the stories are going, so we're just going to cut the whole thing. You know, it was a lot cut out. It was a lot that they trimmed out and just said, no, it's not needed. but I think in doing so they lost a lot of the heart of the movie. They lost a lot of the context, like I've been mentioning. The context is so huge in this movie about like what the fuck is happening and like what makes it real and hit and stuff. So anyways, yeah, I'm just sad. I as much as I enjoyed this movie, I'm just sad because it reminds me of how much we could have had and how much we're not probably going to. But I'll try and remain hopeful, because that is the point of the movie also, is that it's, I mean, the movie in and of itself is hope. You know, the movie in and of itself being released is hope that we can eventually see these characters return someday, that we can continue some of these storylines, some of these, you know, actors returning. Yeah, just for even on that spectrum, we got that going on, but also just, you know, I don't know. Hope. I should end this hopefully. So thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Again, I don't even know how many parts this is going to cut up into. I recorded it in 4 parts because I just wanted to make sure my video files will save, and it'll make it a bit easier for editing. But this could be 2 parts. It could be 4. I don't know how I'm going to release this, but thanks for watching. It's been good to watch some more DC stuff. I've been watching a lot of Marvel recently, a lot of like The Boys and Umbrella Academy. I did watch Harley Quinn a little bit, but like it's good to like get back into what I'm a fan of, which is DC. And I hope that going forward this movie can jumpstart a renaissance for DC, because right now it feels kind of like, you know, some people are excited about The Suicide Squad by James Gunn. I'm personally not. I couldn't tell you what else is coming out. Wonder Woman 84 didn't do that well. I personally haven't seen it because I've heard it doesn't do well and a lot of problematic stuff in it. So I think the next big thing really is either Black Adam or Shazam 2. But yeah, the Batman, that's right. But that keeps getting delayed. You know, I think it just finished filming or wrapped up filming soon. So yeah, there's, like I said, I've just kind of been, it's been hard for being a DC fan since Fandom, really. Fandom was like the last time I was like, yeah, DC. But this is giving me some hope. That's what I'm going to take away from it. It's given me hope that we can return to, you know, another age of heroes, another age of DC greatness. So thank you for watching. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.